Paragraphs. Question number 1. Describe the main objective of Miss Bean's school.
Answer. The main objective of Miss Bean's school is to teach children to be kind, helpful, and sympathetic. Unlike traditional schools that focus only on academics, Miss Bean's school gives importance to emotional education. Students take part in special activity days where they pretend to be blind, lame, deaf, or injured. This helps them understand the problems faced by others and teaches them to care for people with disabilities. By feeling what others feel, the students develop real sympathy and responsibility. Ms. Beam believes that education should train the heart as well as the mind. The system may look strange at first, but it makes the children more thoughtful and kind. This unique method leaves a strong impression on the narrator and shows the true value of human emotions in learning.
Question number 2. How did the narrator's opinion about the school change after his visit?
Answer. When the narrator first visits Miss Beam's school, he is curious about unsure about the purpose of the school. He finds the idea of pretending to be blind or lame a bit strange. However, after talking to Miss Beam and spending time with the students, his opinion changes completely. He meets a girl who is blindfolded for the day and is surprised by her maturity and understanding. He also sees how helpful the students are to one another. The kindness, patience, and sympathy shown by the children deeply touch him. He realizes that the school is doing something very important, teaching young people to understand and support others. By the end of the visit, the narrator is impressed and feels that the world needs more schools like this.
Question number 3. What is the significance of the blind day in the story?
Answer. The blind day is one of the most important activities in Miss Beam's school. On this day, a student is blindfolded and cannot see anything. Another student acts as a guide, helping them move around. The purpose of this activity is to make children feel what it's like to live without sight. It builds sympathy and understanding in their hearts. By depending on someone else, the blind student learns to trust and value the help of others. At the same time, the guide learns to be patient and responsible. This activity teaches both students important life lessons. The narrator sees how carefully and kindly the students behave, and he realizes how powerful the school's teaching method is. The blind day is a perfect example of learning through experience.
Question number 4. The moral lesson does the story The School for Sympathy teach?
Answer. The story teaches us that true education is not just about learning books or passing exams. It is about developing kindness, sympathy, and understanding. Miss Beam's school shows that students must be trained to feel for others and help those in need. By experiencing difficulties themselves, like being blind or lame, they become more thoughtful and caring. The story reminds us that we should not take our abilities for granted and must always show compassion towards people who are less fortunate. In short, the moral of the story is real education shapes the heart as much as the mind.
Question number 5. How does Miss Bean's teaching method help students become better human beings?
Answer. Miss Beam's method helps students grow into empathetic and responsible individuals. By putting themselves in the position of blind, lame, or injured people, they learn to understand the struggles of others. This makes them more helpful, respectful, and patient. They also learn the importance of cooperation and teamwork. Instead of just reading about kindness, they experience the need for it in real life. This practical learning leaves a deep impression on their young minds. Ms. Beam's goal is to create good human beings, not just clever students. and her method succeeds in doing that.